We have a Rockies fan suing the team by blaming them being bad as the reason he got hit by a foul ball. Yes, I'm 100% serious. But first, only the Pirates can do something good like win multiple games in a row and still somehow find a depressing way of doing it. After winning 1-0, they score only 3 runs, but because the Reds also did nothing, putting up 1, the Pirates won again, but because they only scored 3 runs offensively, they tied the modern era record by scoring 4 runs or fewer in 26 straight games. Even when the Pirates are good, they're still bad. Mac Miller did not die for this. Pray for Pittsburgh. Mother Nature has been such a... The Twins and Guardians had games postponed 2 straight days, and then when they're finally able to play a doubleheader on Wednesday, Mother Nature still had to make a statement by postponing the Nationals-Braves game in DC. Maybe this time it was a political statement, because like DC, I don't know. What I do know is the fact that Carlos Santana's had a very good career. What am I saying? He's had an awesome career. He has almost 330 career home runs. I honestly didn't realize he has that many. It's easy to forget how good he is at this point in his career. It's been a long one. Cleveland is down by 3 in the 9th with Yohan Duran on the mound trying to close it out. With how filthy Duran has been, to hope the Guardians score 1 run, let alone put up 3 off this guy, would be like hoping Tom Cruise takes 1 day off from jumping off a building. But lo and behold, Duran might as well have jumped off a building for this outing. Cleveland knocks him around for 3 with 2 outs. Bo Naylor swats a game-tying double. Minnesota's down bad until Cody Clemens, Roger Clemens' son, says, "Nah, we up, walk off." But that was pretty much it for the rest of the day for the Twins. They scored just 1 in game 2 of the doubleheader. Carlos Santana hits yet another home run. Guardians put up 5 while the pitching shuts the Twins down, while the Tigers' bullpen shuts down the Cardinals. 6 Tiger pitchers combined for 9 shutdown innings. They take the series in St. Louis. Julio Rodriguez is starting to get hot. He hits another home run in Chicago. Homers were pretty much all anyone wanted to do in this game. White Sox hit 3 homers to take the lead. Cal Raleigh ties it from the right side. White Sox take the lead back before Leody Taveras says boom. 2-run shot, Mariners on top, and Andres Munoz comes in, which at that point just start packing. Asking to score runs off Munoz so far this year has been like asking Hollywood to not cast Pedro Pascal on something. It's not gonna happen. He keeps getting rolls and Munoz keeps chucking up zeros in the closer role. I like to imagine the Dodgers and their fans watch the Padres lose like this and vice versa. This is most definitely how they had to be watching San Diego get annihilated. This game was 2-0 in the 7th, not at all out of reach until Manny Machado forgot how to play baseball. He had 3 errors in this game, 2 of them coming on back-to-back plays. Blue Jays go on to put up 12 more runs and win 14-0. The Birds stay hot as the Orioles finally broke their losing streak. They rally for 2 runs late to take the lead. Brewers down to their last strike tie the game on a base hit. Orioles take the lead in the 10th. Jackson Chourio ties it up, and it takes the Orioles going off in the 11th for 4 runs to put it away. The Mets finally had things go their way in Boston. Alex Cora and Francisco Lindor had breakfast in the morning before this game and laughed about the whole situation from the night before, so whatever, it's over, who cares? And things did not go well for the Red Sox here. Mother Nature took away a grand slam and turned it into just a sacrifice fly, while a nice rally in the 8th was really all it took for the Mets to win. The Sox offense was mostly dead. In fact, so dead, Alex Bregman did something he's never done in his life before, striking out 4 times, then Jason Varitek almost wipes out in the dugout. It was a disaster. Mets avoid the sweep. There was a very nice moment, though, in this game where an umpire actually held himself accountable after making a bad call. I know that can happen sometimes. Laz Diaz, who has a bad history with the Red Sox, calls this obvious ball a strike and immediately regrets it, like, man, I effed up, and literally tells the hitter, Christian Campbell, "That's on me, Christian. That's on me." I'm about to make an analogy nobody's ever made before. Umpires are like Tusken Raiders in Star Wars. It's very easy to just look at them as monsters, but in moments like this that humanize them, it's like, oh, okay, maybe they're not that bad. All right, umpires get 1 point for this one. It was an all-Rangers night for the first 7 innings or so of the Yankees game. Jake Berger hit not 1, but 2 home runs in the Bronx. Jacob deGrom was shoving it on the mound. Up until the 7th inning, he'd only given up 2 hits, 8 strikeouts. Seriously, it is great to see deGrom looking like his old self again this year. Not that he was ever going to suck after Tommy John. He's too good for that, but you never know. You know, it's just good to see him doing it. Still pumping 99 with his fastball. He looks really good. But the highest player in baseball got a hold of one of those fastballs in the 7th for a homer. That was it, though. deGrom got the next 3 guys out. Great start for him. And when given the opportunity to get this man a win, the Rangers bullpen went...
You serious?
With guys on in the 8th inning and 2 outs, Aaron Judge hits the daylights out of this frickin' thing. 114 miles an hour off the bat for a base hit to tie the game. Skip ahead to the 9th. Game still tied. Luke Jackson throws a slider that couldn't have been any more down the dick for Jason Dominguez to wallop over to Brooklyn. Ball game. A game New York definitely needed the way after the Knicks lost. Now over to the gay Holy Land where the Royals went off and doubled the Giants up in runs and hits. They got 16 hits on the day. Salvador Perez and Michael Massey, the hitters with the worst hitting stats on the team, get the most hits because that makes a lot of sense. Royals leave San Francisco with a big series win. New year, new uniform, same shit for Corbin Burns, at least against Teoscar Hernandez in a bad way. He gave up a bomb to Teoscar last year as an Oriole, now as a D-back, and he's a strike away from 6 shutout innings against the Dodgers. He already had a shutout start against them a week ago in Arizona, gunning for another until Teoscar says, nah, bitch. Home run, dead center, get that seed dumped all over his face. Tanner Scott comes in a day after giving up 3 runs on 2 homers the night before, and after realizing that's probably not the best way, like strategy, to win, he smartly doesn't do it again. 1, 2, 3 in the 9th, Dodgers win the series against the D-bags. In today's edition of Saying Something Nice About the Rockies, their fans are coming up with new ways to sue people. Very impressive stuff going on over there. So get this, a Colorado man, it's all fun and games with the Florida men until the Colorado men show up. So a Colorado male human is suing the Rockies after suffering quote unquote catastrophic and permanent injuries when he was hit in the right eye by a foul ball against the New York Yankees at Coors Field on July 16, 2023. And this is according to the Denver Post. The fan was apparently in a luxury box as the guest of the box owner when he was struck in the first inning of the team's game. The lawsuit claims a number of things like architectural elements of the luxury box that he's blaming made it impossible to see the incoming foul ball. But then there's this. In something that seems ripped out of a Family Guy or South Park episode, this Colorado man and his lawyer are partly blaming the Rockies being a bad team as to why he got hit with that foul ball. The argument is that the defendant, so the Rockies being the defendant, their long-standing poor performance on the field has contributed to a game day environment in which spectators, particularly those in luxury suites, are less engaged with the action on the field. This cultural shift is not incidental, but rather encouraged by the Rockies' own marketing and design choices, which emphasize hospitality and off-field amenities over fan vigilance. This man and his lawyer are basically making the argument that the Rockies are such a bad team that it's easy for fans to not focus on the game because of how bad they are, hence why it's more likely those fans will get hit by a foul ball. Just when you think you've seen it all, a Colorado man and his lawyer are literally using the Rockies being bad at baseball as courtroom evidence. Well, you have a bad baseball team. It's your fault I was hit by a foul ball. Your attack on my life has left me scarred and deformed, actually. That's like getting into a car accident because you were texting and driving and blaming Apple. Well, you guys made the phones. What do you want me to do? Obviously, if you didn't make them, we wouldn't be in this problem to begin with. Steve Jobs, he did this. He got me in this accident. Well, I'll tell you what, if the Rockies want to try and argue that they're even a competent team, if they went to court with that, good luck. They lose again. Phillies just beat them around. Trey Turner and Bryce Harper go back-to-back. JT Realmuto lays in a 1. Rockies are 8-41 so far. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Love you. Bye.